participants.
8 days on a beautiful mountain.
Employability steps of refugees.
Ways and international projects. Learning how to do CV and interview.
Socialization and integration in a society.
Cultural shock and differences.
Open spaces.
For sure.
Visual methods.
And many simulations.
And many team-building games.
Why were you motivated to participate in this project?
Well, I was motivated because the topic of refugees is a hot topic right now, and it is everywhere on the news, and we talk about it with my friends and family. And I wanted to get more informed, to know what is the situation, why are the refugees doing what they unfortunately have to do, and what can we do to integrate them in our society, because let's face it, they are here, so we have to do something. We cannot just close a blind eye on them. And yeah, and I wanted to learn techniques. What can I do as an individual, as a small person, but yet I can have an impact.
How do you think employment can influence integration of people from different cultures?
Well, I mean, employment gives you always opportunities to meet the people from the culture which we are coming to, and to learn the language, and also makes you, the other people from this culture, meet your culture. So, I mean, it makes just everything easier, because you can just basically go out from your, let's say, ex-environment about the culture to the new one and just make it together. I mean, I used to work in a few countries already, and every time this thing that I was in the environment of employment and I could have my normal life and I could be just part of society, was always helping me, you know, to just be part and find the friends, and yeah.
Do seminars and workshops help refugees integrate better in the country they are in?
Depends on the kind of seminars and workshops. Of course, if we are doing like the intercultural workshops, we are trying to show the language, culture of the place they came to. I think that it can help a lot. The seminars, they are for people who want to work with refugees. So this way, they're getting new knowledge and skills about how to help them. So I think that we need to integrate like refugees from many different countries who are coming now to Europe in many activities outside or inside. Language, culture, as I said before. So this is it.
Tell us, which soft skills do you think help people integrate in the society?
I think that sport and art and music and stuff like that is the easiest way for especially the younger generation of the refugees to get integrated with other people and other culture. Because especially in sport, for instance, or in dance and art and stuff like that, the language isn't that much of a big of limitation to them, because everybody knows how to play football. They don't even have to know the language, and that's an easy gate to integrate with other people. And I've experienced this by myself, so I can tell that's there. 100% sure of it. Yes.
Do you think that the EU policy for refugees is enough to support their transition?
I think it's not wholly enough to support their transition, but I think it's partially. Because if you look at the transition of the refugees in the world, they're suffering to transit to Europe actually. That's from this point I think that it's not enough for their transition. Because I don't know actually how many refugees have in Europe, but there are lots of refugees that try to struggle to come to Europe. And generally, I think it's not enough.
Who can contribute in the transition period?
Well, in my opinion, I think the whole society, all the people that live in, they can contribute so that the young refugees can find a job and integrate with the other people in the society, in the community, start their own life, and overcome the difficulties that they have been through. Maybe some organizations, maybe the schools can also be involved in this. But I think, yes, all the individuals can contribute somehow to this.
What about Erasmus+? Is it giving opportunities for refugees to integrate?
Well, with the Erasmus+, there is of course not just youth exchange and other meetings between young people, but even like online services where people can improve their language skills. But language skills is only one part of the thing. I think it's very good for people who just came to a European country from another part of the world to be able to meet with others the same age who can be from different cultures. Like when we have like 5 countries together on a youth exchange, it gives some kind of perspective that even in Europe we have a lot of differences, and even though we have these differences, we can come together and share and get some new knowledge and input in our life. And I've personally seen how it has happened to some people who were just refugees shortly before. So I think it's a really good opportunity, and as soon as people can do it and even go outside the countries where they have now become residents, I think they should really try to do it and take the chance on these kind of things.
Can only non-formal education be the right tool of transition for them?
Only non-formal education can the right tool to integrate the refugees, but with the use of non-formal education, it could be easy to integrate the refugees in another country.
How do creativity and innovation stimulate refugees and other people?
Like in so many ways, like creativity and innovation comes up with new ideas, new methods of getting people closer to each other through art, through theater, through plays, through cuisines, food, any kind of creativity or any kind of initiative that involves creativity and innovation can get people closer to each other and make them find the common things between them and the common ground other than just the differences between them. It will make them discover that they have much more things in common between each other than differences.
Do you have any related backgrounds in the topic?
Yes, my parents they chose back in 1999 to immigrate to Denmark. Even though there wasn't immigrants, actually they were more like they were forced to move from Afghanistan because of the war in Afghanistan and because of the Taliban, and their lives was in danger. So at that point, yes, I'm a refugee.
Do you feel any discrimination or no?
Yeah, of course you do. I think that is natural thing. Like from the first moment that you are gonna enter another country, and well, because it's a new country, new people, and new language, new culture, new everything. So and some people who hadn't like meet people like people outside from the country. So at that point they feel like maybe scared of those new people who's coming inside the country. So at that point they have like this discriminated opinion about refugees. So yeah, I had some experience about discrimination and racism actually in Denmark.
What do you advise the people?
I would definitely advise like whatever you meet back in society, or just to be open and positive person. It's just the one way, and I think it's actually also the best way to get through discrimination, and yeah, be open-minded and positive.